Hi Capricorns, Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another bomb reading, Capricorn. And I hope you guys are all well. And if you would like a free 5-minute psychic reading, you may get one with Mystic Sense. Yeah, and that is below in the description box. Actually, it's just right below. Yes. And that is the description box, I believe it is. And yeah, if you can get a reading with me as well, I have various readings right now. You can still get the $60 promotional. It's a video. And yeah, you can get one of those. You can get a psychic reading with me as well. Yes, and they have been successful, Capricorn. Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, I am. And also any type of video reading if you would like with me. A video call, right, where we get to see each other and kind of celebrate each other and then get into your reading. So let's do that now as well. And we have these animals over here, Capricorn, and they are beautiful because they all have a certain amount of awareness. They do, and they're just trying to survive, kind of like the people here, right? And we have giraffe, graceful, sure-footed, and seeing the big picture. So the giraffe usually talks about that. Somebody does see the big picture. They do. And it could have been a long time coming, possibly. Or it could have been very confusing for them early on. Maybe. It could be you, but I feel like it's somebody else. Now, Capricorn, just know that in these readings, these energies could be switched around. So you could be saying, that's my person, right? Okay. And so we have the elephant, intelligence, responsibility, and the divine feminine. All right. So this talks about being open and, intuitive, right? Trusting your divine feminine side. But that's why there is intelligence here. And this is kind of being responsible to that. Like once you know that you are aware, you can no longer remain in denial. And if you have your psychic awareness or your higher consciousness, you can call it that, of course, right? Once you have, raised your level of consciousness, then it is almost your responsibility to act according. Otherwise, you could be causing harm to yourself or other people. You could, like just being in denial, right? And later on, things happen, and that's because you were pushing against life, basically, or not going with the flow. Could be somebody is not, they are going with the flow, Capricorn. Yeah, they are. And so now we have the zebra, and these are beautiful animals, aren't they? For sure they are. And this is nonconformity and a social network. So somebody's not conforming. Sounds like power and light, doesn't it? That's because I see the big picture. Yes, it is. I wish everybody else would. And some people do. Yeah, my hat's off to you guys, right? The ones that do. But this nonconformity, it's because somebody sees the big picture and they see something and they want to kind of they see where they belong, the social network, like they see their tribe. I'm pretty sure that's what this is about. And yeah, and we have the trust card, and this is trusting in the divine as well, because this is the Fool. Like I'm trusting in the divine, in divine source energy. I'm trusting in my intuition, trusting in the universe, etc. And so I'm going to take this leap of faith. And we have the advisor and the pride card. So for me, excuse me, I beg your pardon. For me, that card, the advisor and the pride card, pretty much talks about somebody kind of, being in reflection at one point. This is most likely this is advising yourself, right? Because you have raised your consciousness. Yeah, don't advise things if you haven't woken up, all right? To yourself, right? To like, and so somebody has awakened here basically to their higher consciousness, and I feel like they know that they were kind of in their ego, kind of, or they needed somebody to, or a certain situation or a certain group maybe to kind of stroke their ego, right? Kind of. Somebody sees like the truth here. Yeah, they do. And they know that they were kind of in their lower vibration with this pride card, like their ego. They were letting their ego, your ego it really comes from the rational mind, but it makes you very emotional, right? The ego can make you do many things. One of them could be, well, I need to do what everybody else wants. because I'm not going to be part of the tribe, and I don't want that for myself, and I definitely want to be accepted, right, to the point of being in denial about their life. I feel like that could have happened in this reading for somebody, right? So let's look at the simple ripples here, because here's this man here, and he's walking down the street here naked. Yeah, he is. And let's see what this says here. And this is kind of, this simple ripples is a very common, it's not about anything that is common, but it is a common kind of maybe phenomenon. I don't know if that's the right word here. And this is, let's see what it says. The world will not die for lack of wonders, but for lack of wonder. Yeah, this talks about somebody who doesn't really think about their life, and then they go, well, why isn't it going well? Well, because it's not even thinking, it's being in your divine source energy, like you haven't awakened. That's that type of thinking, right? Kind of your intuition, that type, right? Any mental clothing prevents contact with life. In fact, yeah, mental clothing. You see, these are when you let other people tell you what to do, or shape your future, kind of, or you go along, like I said, possibly with the crowd, and you don't belong in there because you are above the crowd, right? And so now somebody's raised their consciousness. It's not that they're above and they're better than somebody else, but they're not in the lower vibration anymore. So they see what is true and what is right and what is good for them. That's really what this is. In fact, we are simple ripples on the lake of life. No habit minimally touches that reality. It merely prevents that contact in us. Life is not a philosophy. It is not a problem, but a mystery. Yes, it is a mystery. You must not live it following a scheme or conditioning. That's what somebody was doing here. Somebody was conditioned. Yeah, and that's what I meant about they want to be accepted by the tribe, right? They've been conditioned, like what's going on, you guys. Big time conditioning. It's also called brainwashing. It is, but not with your person so much, but this is about conditioning. It is, but I feel like it has more to do with family conditioning. It could. Here's a storm warning card, so everything's going to be washed away here. Yeah, because the storm's coming and the divine source energy is coming in this tornado, Capricorn, right? And it's a number 10, so it's like a completion. Yeah, and that was kind of a big philosophy, right? But yeah, this is deep. I feel like it is. So let's see what we have, Capricorn. And we're going to put our cards out a little slowly here because, people might be still in their birthday suits. They could be, right? And they might be going camping and they're ready to jump in the lake, right? They could be. See, we have Capricorn being a little silly today. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. And this talks about, this really kind of talks about working things out, really. And it does talk about function and a collaboration that really works, right? And up here with the Simple Ripples card, we see conditioning. We see something that doesn't work. Yeah. Because of pride and ego. And, pride and ego is it's a longer discussion. In fact, it's a long discussion. In fact, Freud, who I think was out of his mind, but, intelligent. But long story short, though, he talked all about the ego, the ego, the id, and I think it's the super ego, whatever. I forgot what they call that, but he talked all about the ego and basically how it gets over on you. Yeah, and you're like, it's almost like you're letting your neighbor kind of tell you how you need to kind of act at school or something, and you're listening, right? That's nuts, right? That went on. Trust me, I've seen it many times. So the storm warning, something's coming here. Queen of Swords, Three of Cups. You're wondering here if you're going to have a reconciliation. It does look like that, Capricorn. Maybe it's just joy in your life, but yeah, let's see what else we have, Capricorn. I beg your pardon. Let me just grab some water here. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, maybe there's an air sign here. We have the Queen of Swords, but So this is you. You can be wondering if somebody's maybe waking up, or if they are kind of trusting their own intuition and seeing the big picture instead of kind of what everybody else wants them to do. It does look like that. Let's plug in these lights and see what we have, Capricorn. I beg your pardon. Yeah, let's see what else we have for the lights. Okay. So we're going to put these cards over here. Let's see what we have, Capricorn. 4 of Wands to start the reading. You have the 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Oh my geez. Ace of Cups. Capricorn, you have a new beginning with somebody. I feel like you do. Somebody who is like breaking chains, breaking free from some type of brainwashing, conditioning, indoctrination, dogma, whatever you want to call it here. Depends how, you know. It's some type of, I used to think one way and now I'm thinking for myself finally. It really is that. And, you know, this is change and growth here. Maybe this is what maybe you have become single in the past, possibly. This could be about your abundance, the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like somebody probably became single here, or maybe they're doing it right now. Because this is a whole change here. And there is a storm coming. For me, this is an ending. Storm warning, right? Unless you're living in an area right now with a storm warning. I mean, it's possible, but usually these are more metaphorical, or, right? Yeah. And so I feel like an ending is coming and somebody is basically kind of dissing their ego. Like they don't need their ego stroked anymore, or they don't need to be told what to do anymore. It's kind of I feel like it's a mix kind of, or how to think or something like that, right? And what's on your mind is the Ace of Cups, or that's your mindset. And you're still wondering in this reading, Capricorn, your concern is the Page of Swords. Let's move the camera down and straighten it out. And so you have the 2 of Swords here. Let's see what that's about for Capricorn. And the 8 of Cups. Somebody has to walk away from something that they are emotionally unfulfilled. Right? Yeah. The fulfillment starts when somebody realizes that they can trust their own source energy and that they don't need to give a shit about what anybody else thinks. This is when you stand in your power, not groupthink, right? So let's see what else we have, Capricorn. Or maybe somebody was just going along with their partner. Some type of dysfunctional relationship. Could have been. Here's Judgment, and we're going to cover up, the birthday folks here. But, here is you're wondering if you're going to have a rebirth. You could be wondering if this person has awakened, right? Because the angel is awakening the dead. So there is some type of awakening here with the simple ripples and the trust card. There is an awakening. There definitely is. That's why everything's going to come crashing down. This storm warning is very much like a tower. Everything you believed in the past is like, psh, right? Yeah, and somebody realizes that it wasn't serving them at all, right? And so let's see, in your environment, Capricorn is the Queen of Cups. You have the King of Pentacles with it and the Sun card. And he's in his birthday suit. He's a baby, but hey, you never know here. There's so much virtue going on, right? Yeah. And this is in your environment. This is a clarity in love about you, Capricorn, or you have this clarity, or you do. But for me, in your environment it is this person who has awakened and they're clear on what they want and what's good for them. Yeah. And we have, actually, it's a trip here because you can be clear on what you want, but honestly, it's always best to be clear on what's good for you, right? Yeah, it is, right? 8 of Pentacles is showing up in your desire. You want this person to come and make an effort here, or you want devotion, or you're hoping this person is inspired, but you're very inspired by them. You are. And here's the 3 of Wands. You're hoping for a future. Yeah. Maybe you're hoping for an abundant future, right? With money. We have the 9 and the 8 of Pentacles here. And here is the 6 next to it. So you could be hoping for that. And Good for you, right? Why not? 10 of Cups showing up in the outcome, and this is a happily ever after with the 6 of Pentacles. There's going to be some major kind of balance and give and take, but some type of storm is going to happen first. Let's look at your person's cards, Capricorn, and they start with the sun, and then they have the 3rd chakra. This is the solar plexus. So we have the sun in the environment, the sun here, and this is the solar plexus. That's what soul means. It means the sun, right? So this is life force energy, and that's what the sun brings. It brings clarity, it brings life force energy, it brings motivation, success, happiness, everything, right? It grows the food. And your person here is in this energy. This sun card talks about relationships can now bloom, brand new beginnings. Yeah, everything is in your corner here for this to happen. And the solar plexus, this is life force energy and desires, right? This is like something you really desire here. And this is in your person's crossing energy here. So they really desire you here. And it has challenged them because of the storm warning card. Yeah, what happened to the storm? We don't even know where. Here it is. So, you know, this person here has to go through some type of a storm, Capricorn. And there's probably somebody else involved. We have all these 3s in the reading. I mean, sometimes that can talk about like third-party energy, right? Yeah. The man holding a heart's reversed. This is your person's energy here. And when he's holding the heart in the reverse, this means that he's no longer in love with somebody or that he's unhappy. And right here, why it's all happening, your person has clarity on what makes them happy. I feel like it's all about you, Capricorn. I also feel that this person has been majorly enlightened with judgment here. They had a serious awakening. And that's what this trust card is, the Fool. This is like you're awake and now you're trusting the divine source energy here. You are. And somebody like kicked their pride down the street. Yeah, they're like, oh no, this is whatever that was, keeping appearances, money, some type of ego issue, I believe. Yeah, and so now they're like, oh no, this life is not like that. I want to go be with Capricorn. We're going to end this reading and we're going to have a 10 card spread, and there's major growth in this reading. This is why it's beautiful. Yeah, because of the growth here, the emotional and the higher awareness here. Yeah, that is lifting your person, I believe. Yeah, it's taking them out of some type of a ego trip, some unhappiness. The ego is always in the lower vibration, right? It always is. And it seeks things that are not important. And it often creates denial, the ego. It's based on denial, basically. But we can talk about that in another reading if you would like. We could. Another video. This is going to be a 10 card spread on your person. We're going to have a 10 card tarot spread on them as well. They're all super affordable, Capricorn. I have the link in the description box. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.